Hello everyone, so in this video we're going to be talking about alternative creative strategies, and we're going to talk about each one of them and obviously provide examples as well. So there's different types of strategies. There's the generic strategy, preemptive strategy, unique selling proposition, brand image strategy, positioning strategy, resonance strategy, and the affective or the emotional strategy. The generic creative strategy or style is something a little bit straightforward. So it's straightforward, it's a straightforward product claim with no assertion of brand superiority. In other words, it's just saying, hey, here's the product and here's what it does. It's a relatively simple message. There's no attempt to differentiate the brand from competitive offerings or to claim superiority. In other words, they're not trying to say that we are better than the competition or that we do something better than them. And this strategy is most appropriate for a brand that already dominates a certain product category. The example of that is Campbell's soup. So if you notice their ad, you see they don't make any claim about what is that their product is better or that that product is superior in any way. That's because they already dominate the market. So all they are doing is a generic creative style where they are trying to tell you, hey, this is our brand, we're good, we don't need to say why we're better than the others. And at the same time, what they're trying to do is to really remember the consumers at the time of making a decision that they are the brand of choice. The next strategy is the preemptive creative style. So preemptive means to take actions before the others. It's a generic type claim, but it does so with an assertion of superiority. In other words, they say that you are better in some aspect. This is used by advertisers or in products or service categories where there are few, if any, functional differences among competitive brands. So for example, if we're talking about eye drops, all eye drops are pretty much the same. But Vicin was the one, as you can see in the example, they were the first ones to say that it gets the red out, so it makes your eyes less irritated. But every single eye drop does that, but because they were the first ones to say it, then it made other brands not being able to say it, because you don't want to seem like the brand that is copying another brand. So preemptive advertisement is a clever strategy where a meaningful superiority claim is made first, and therefore it precludes or it excludes the competitors from saying the same thing. And in this case, Vicin ran that ad for quite a while, and no other eye drop brand could do the same advertisement, because then they would just be the second, and no one remembers the second. Unique selling proposition is a little bit different. Now here you make a superiority claim based on a unique product attribute that represents a meaningful, distinctive consumer benefit. In other words, you talk about something in your product that is so different that really it adds value to the whole experience. And I want to give an example here of the M&Ms and their claim that, it's a chocolate that melts in the mouth, not in your hand. So this is a unique selling proposition for them. And at the same time, no other brands could make this claim as well, because they were also the first ones to make it. So the main feature of the USP or unique selling proposition advertisement is identifying an important difference that makes that brand unique, and then developing an advertisement claim that the competitors cannot make or have chosen not to make. So this is exactly the same thing. M&M's developed a unique selling proposition, and then they made advertisement saying that they were the only ones. As you can see, they're the chocolate that does not melt in your mouth. The unique selling proposition approach is best suited when? For a company with a brand that has something that a relatively lasting competitive advantage. For example, maybe they make something very complex, or they provide a very sophisticated service, or they have a product with an attribute that is quite unique, like you see over here. So unique selling proposition is about selling the uniqueness of your product. Then we have brand image creative style. So here we'll try to use a symbolic or an experiential orientation, and we involve a psychological rather than a physical differentiation. In other words, it's not about the aspect of the product, but it's about how you feel or how you want to feel about the product. Now, advertisers attempt to develop an image or identity for a brand by associating the brand with certain symbols. And in imbuing a brand with an image, advertisers draw meaning from the image and transfer that meaning to their brand. So for example, Absolute Vodka does that very well. whenever you think about vodka, you tend to think about something that is bad for society, something that is bad for people. What Absolute Vodka tried to do is that to show that in this beautiful advertisement that it's actually something quite good, and therefore that you can still have an image here where you have a little angel's aura on top of the bottle, and they're trying to say that this product is actually good, that it's perfection, and therefore that is not something bad, let's say. So what we see here is that we're trying to associate, or what they're trying to do is to associate the image, in this case the angel image, with the product itself, and it's an example of brand image creative style. The next one is resonance creative style. So advertising that is symbolic and extends from psychographic research and structures to pattern the lifestyle of the market. So in other words, you try to connect with the lifestyle of the consumer. Resonate advertiser does not focus on product claims, does not focus on brand images, but it seeks to present circumstances or situations that are real for the target audience. And advertising is based on the strategy attempts to make patterns and an advertiser with the target audience stored experience. In other words, we try to make a link between the brand and the experiences that our consumers typically have. And I think no brand does that better than Dove. Now, Dove uses on many of their advertisers, they don't use models, but rather they use everyday people, normal people. And this advertisement, as you can see, it says, none of these women are hair models. After all, neither are you. So what Dove tries to do in their advertisements is say, we're going to use normal people for our advertisement because this is a product for everyday use. This is the product for the average person. Emotional creative style is a little bit different here because we try to wake up certain emotions. So advertising aims to reach the consumer at a very visceral, at a very interior level through the use of emotional strategy. The products are often bought on the basis of emotional factors that appeal to emotions that can be appealing to emotions can be very successful. The use of emotion in advertisement runs the gamut of positive to negative emotions. It can have things like romance, nostalgia, compassion, excitement, joy, fear, guilt, disgust, regret. So it can have a whole branch of things. Typically, most perfume advertisements that we see are emotionally creative style because they try to wake up certain emotions on us. For example, this advertisement from DKNY says be desired. So therefore it's trying to wake up positive emotions of romance, of love, or feeling attractive, and so on. So to summarize, there are many different creative alternative strategies that you can follow with very specific paths. Let me know in the comment section below which one was your favorite and why. And like always, if you have any question, just let me know. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.